Another big name in sports makes a stop in Harlingen to work with some members of the Cardinals. Last week it was Sean Salisbury. This week it's Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator and Port Isabel native Juan Castillo.
Jim and I are friends, and my son is going to be a freshman. His son's going to be a freshman, and another kid that was here is going to be a sophomore. So all we're trying to do is they're just trying to get a workout, and it was more of a muscle memory. Trying to throw different routes, 3-step, 5-step, 5-hitch, 5-plant routes, and then just a muscle memory deal by just going right down the route tree.
Coach Castillo is referring to Cardinals coach Jim Morton.
The slot route is always caught right at 1822, right? You're beating the safety.
While the kids got their work in with Coach Castillo, they also picked up some lessons on how to become better football players.
I learned that when we practice, it has to be game speed, and we can't take any reps off because that's how we get behind.
It was tough. We just learned about footwork, and we just did stuff that we don't do here, but we would probably do at the next level if we get there.
Coach Castillo is a firm believer in hard work. It's how he got to the NFL. His story is now well known because of this NFL-produced documentary.
After Ray Rhodes hired Castillo, Gruden saw a lot more of him.
I used to take pride in getting in there at 3:17 in the morning. He's in there at 3:03. The guy worked his butt off.
Work ethic in John Gruden's way. Computer, study. Knowledge is power. John always talked about knowledge is power.
And when Coach Castillo talks to kids who want to compete either for a varsity spot, play D1 ball, or even go to the pros, he tells everyone the same thing: work hard.
When you want to beat out a guy, you can't work the same. You can't work out the same as that individual. You got to do extra, you got to be able to outwork your opponent or the person you're competing with. A lot of it is the kids have to learn the drills that are going to help them get better from their coaches, and then they have to come out on their own and work it. I have some sons, and my boys, we're used to working out 2.5, 3 hours a day. When I'm off, when you talk about the lifting, then you talk about the specific position skills, and then you talk about the running part. It's a lot. It's a lot to invest, and you say, well, I got to work. Well, what about after work? So there's time. If you want to be good and you want to do it, there's time to do it, but it's going to be hard. It's not easy, but I think the kids understand that it's a muscle memory deal. You do something over and over and over, then what happens is you become pretty good at it.
Coach Castillo will be in the Valley for a few more days before heading back to Philadelphia to get ready for the upcoming NFL season. Carlos Roberto, 956sports.com.